you guys know who Jessica Rabbit is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Asked and answered.
There we go.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Asked and Answered, our fortnightly show where we answer questions that have been asked of us.
I was going to say ask questions.
No,
it's the other.
no. Well, we do though, but that's different. Anyway, so YouTubers, thank you for joining us as always. Facebookers, we are live on Facebook every Sunday, sometime between 10 and 11 because scheduling is a little bit difficult. So it's sometime in then. But if you follow us and get notifications, particularly on Twitter, we will tweet out before we go live so you won't miss it if you are keen.
It's also pretty early on a Sunday morning.
Thanks, Cameron. He's tweeted out the show for us, so we'll get him to teach us how afterwards. All right. But without further ado, we will take questions from the crowd as we go if you would like. But otherwise, we've got a whole heap today that we are
loads to get through.
going to get stuck into. I was going to write down all my answers before.
Yeah,
so
you did say you were going to do that.
I completely forgot to do
He
it.
always does it. Always does.
Completely forgot to do it.
All right, let's kick off with the first question.
Yep.
Brendan H asks us, do you think reviews are becoming less and less relevant to publishers with the rise of streaming and YouTube impression style commentary? Very interesting question.
Absolutely. To publishers, they are. I think it's an absolute travesty. I think reviews are incredibly important, and I base my decisions on reviews, not on people being funny on Twitch.
Yeah.
So, and that's, for me, that's the difference between, I guess, a review and YouTubers and Twitches and other stuff like that. They're entertaining when they do that. That's not giving me the information I need to whether I want to buy a product or not. That's what I like. I like to just look at a list of features, for example. That's how I make that decision. I do think I'm probably in the minority.
Yeah, your interpretation of what a review is probably a bit different than than me anyway.
Yeah.
I like a bit of levity, a bit of messing about, and a bit of actual in-game reactions to what's actually going to be like for me and my friends playing it, which is a better way to get it from Twitch. So I don't mind doing that, but I also think there is a spot for dedicated, concise, to the point reviews as well.
Yeah.
So
I think my problem with it is, I guess, that I've seen far too many. Someone will on a game have this incredibly over the top reaction. They're salesmen, they're actors, and that's what I don't like. That I want to be able to make that decision for myself. So, but I think in answer to the question, publishers, it's better for them to get it to people who are going to be putting on that entertaining show.
yeah.
Whereas for consumers, in my opinion, it's better to have a review.
Yep.
That's how I see it. Anyway.
Yep. Spot on. I mean, we'd love to be able to get review copies more often than not, to be able to
Absolutely.
inform more than anything else.
And I think betas are a good way to go
they're
about
not
that.
bad. Yes.
I think Ghost Recon is a very good recent example. Probably made a decision on whether to buy that game based on the beta. Overwatch, certainly for me, that's what had no interest in Overwatch. Played the beta, loved it. Now obsessed with the game.
Yep.
So
There you go.
As a slight addition to that question, which is also extremely important, Brendan H also asks, what brand of bubblegum does Duke Nukem chew? Very interesting question.
makes me think of the woodchuck question, actually.
At least I can say this one though, slowly.
We were talking about this a little bit off cam.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not sure if there's an actual brand. If there is, I feel a bit embarrassed at being a Duke Nukem fan and not knowing what it is. However,
I think it would be Juicy Fruit.
I think we've come to Hubba Bubba for me. Sort of
I think you'd
Hubba
really
Bubba.
enjoy the way that the Juicy Fruit crunches when you first bite into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair point.
I
Fair
reckon.
point.
Yeah, Juicy Fruit's a classic. It's been around since 1914. So,
I was just
The
thinking.
stuff this guy knows.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Next question from Marcus from Retrospect. Retro games and consoles. The Australian market is overpriced and needs to crash, or not, as the case may be.
I have no opinion on this.
Absolutely. The Australian market for retro consoles and games is overpriced. And the only why this happens is it's because people are like us that think they're worth a lot of money. I mean, some people do, some people don't. But the Australian market is very expensive for your SNESs and NESs and all that type of thing. But I've recently looked in Canada as well for some retro stuff because I have family over there, and their market is even more expensive.
Isn't it a supply demand thing though? So isn't it sort of based on the fact that it's not all that easy to get a nice, clean, working Super NES or something like that? So you're going to pay a premium price for it if you really want it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've always seen them as being not an impulse buy, but something that if you're buying it for a reason that you love that platform, or you're a collector and you're willing to pay a premium price for it. So I'm not really sure. I think it just is what it is.
I wonder too, when does it go from, like, you recently got your hands on an Xbox.
Yes.
How much did you pay for it, Jordan?
$5.
So when does that Xbox start becoming worth $150? Do you know what I mean? Like, so
when it be like, and you can see on Facebook forums, people do ask for 100. For modded ones, 150. It becomes that price when people realize that you can get that price for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right? But to the average person that may have this in their cupboard at home, it's only worth $5 or $10.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you only find those by hunting and asking questions.
We're talking garage sales, bus bargains, that sort of stuff.
It's funny, isn't it? Like they go from, slowly but surely they get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper until you can't throw them away, and then all of a sudden they go,
there's a spike,
and now they're super expensive again. So we went to EV Games the other day just out of curiosity to see what we might get if we traded in our PS3 and our Wii. $15 for the Wii. They wouldn't take the PS3.
Really?
Wow. So if I hold on to them for 372 years, I reckon I'll be...
Absolutely.
And one more thing, it's got a special low price, under $50. $50? Now, isn't that nice?
Lauren from OK Games has asked us, has there been a game that's been an inspiration for any in real life aspects of your own life? This is a really difficult one. It's a difficult question for me, actually.
I've got an answer for this.
Go for it.
Go on.
Okay.
So, for those that don't know, I used to be quite a pie eater, and quite overweight, and so I lost a lot of that weight by running. And what I did in my mind was being able to run 1K. And I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft. So in my mind, when I was able to run 1K, that was like reaching level 10. Yeah. And getting to 5K was, again, like a level. And then I almost had in my mind when I could run a 10K event, that was like doing a 5-man dungeon. When I ran a half marathon, that was doing a raid. And then when I ran my marathon, in my mind, that was completing a heroic raid boss in World of Warcraft. These are, and by the time I got there, I hadn't been playing WoW for ages. But I just, I equated that leveling up system in my head. I gamified it in my head, and that made a huge difference because one of the lessons I took away from that, if anyone who's raided in World of Warcraft or played a particularly difficult game where you die a lot and you have to repeat it over and over and you slowly get better at it, that's what I equated it to. It was really hard to do. Yeah. So I just had to keep doing it until I got there. So that for me, as soon as I read that was the first thing I thought.
If I had to do something like that, I reckon I'd be looking for there's XP boosts, isn't there?
Yeah.
There has to be, because otherwise I'm not going to be doing that. It's a very different perspective for me, I think. The only thing I could really come up with was probably maybe some trips I've done overseas and based on a game has made me want to seek out some of these icons that may be present in a game. That's probably as close as I've come to any in real life sort of aspects to change. So Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
That was the first one I thought of.
It was really, really good fun. Actually wandering through London in particular, being able to see some of these things like the palace and all that sort of stuff and see the gardens. I'm like, there's definitely going to be a little
collectible item there.
I need to jump that fence right now, Jem. I have to do it. So that's probably as close as it's probably come for me. I'm sure there's some more deep and meaningful stuff that I haven't thought of.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Look, Need for Speed, Gran Turismo.
Grand Theft Auto,
the handbrakes
Manhunt
around the corners on dirt tracks, maybe. Nice. That's probably the closest thing. I would say. Other than that, maybe it's the survival type thing. I have, gone and lit fires in safe places. Like crafting. Where I've done that type of thing.
Lauren just wanted you to know if your XP boost for running is called steroids.
Sweet, no
Sorry,
worries.
yeah.
Can I buy that in game?
You find that in the hidden cache in
Okay, cool.
in the gardens.
Loot pickup done. All right, next question is from Beck.
Yes, my back.
It is that Beck.
My back.
Hi Beck.
She belongs to me now.
You belong to me. No.
What video game world would you A, visit, and B, inhabit? Interesting.
I'm not going first this time because I don't know yet.
I'd like to visit Doom.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to visit. It means-
Why?
Why?
Yeah,
Why
no.
not? Because I want some of that
See
action.
demons up front.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Nice,
So
I like
visit
it.
Doom, inhabit Monkey Island.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
nice.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'd love to visit Azeroth.
And do some running.
I'm raid ready, boys. Let's go. Yeah, Azeroth would be pretty cool. Although I wouldn't want to live there because that shit gets messed up on a regular basis. Video world that I would want to live in. Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, wow, nice.
But after everything's been fixed. Not while it's still messed up.
Happy ending stuff.
Yeah, after
Yeah.
the ending. That
Nice,
would be
nice.
because that would be a pretty chill place.
Yep. I'm absolutely visiting Leisure Suit Larry 7. That cruise ship has some good stuff going on there. Trust me, I definitely want to visit that once a month. I think would be good. And inhabit, it's a weird one. Last of Us. It's just one of those sort of worlds where, I don't know. There's something about post-apocalyptic stuff for me, in particular, and not zombies because it's not really zombies.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt for one second. I was reading and I wasn't. Where did you go?
Last of Us.
Oh, yeah,
I
nice.
live in Last
Yeah,
of Us.
yeah.
Because I like Joel a lot.
Yeah, he's cool
I
dude.
think we'd be good friends, so I want to hang out with him. I just sort of encapsulate some of the stuff that I really, really love, which is the post-apocalyptic stuff, in a really nice way.
Yep.
So,
I do want to just quickly. Beck wants to know what weapons you're taking.
To Doom.
Yep. To which Cameron quickly replied, "BFG for days."
I was going to say BFG and chainsaw.
double barrel.
Nat has an excellent answer to this question. Gran Turismo racing the Bathurst track after years of watching the race. He knows all the lines to race and the ones that would lead in the right direction.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That's pretty good. I love the idea. And I think we've talked about iRacing briefly before.
Yes, we have,
Where you can, like, they literally train for stuff like that
Actual
now.
races online.
Yeah, but that's a really good answer. That's
Well done.
well played, sir. Well played.
Punch that shit!
Next question. What video game character would you bring to life and why?
I can see your answer.
You can see my answer. I'll go first then. So the video game character I would love to bring to life is Roach from Witcher 3, and just to probably annoy the crap out of Brad, because it's the most dumbest horse
It is
ever.
the
So
worst.
I'll park it in the front of your house and just, I don't know, just watch
You know,
it go.
and now it's so bad that it's literally like their next game. They need to have that same broken horse. In there now.
It's a trademark of
Yeah.
the franchise.
Yeah. I reckon Morden Solus would be pretty cool from Mass Effect 3 because he's a bit of my BFF. But honestly, Optimus Prime
Ooh,
to be my ride and my protector.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
And kick Roach in the head.
Kind of would not say much. Might actually make me smarter if you What about yourself?
Do you guys know who Jessica Rabbit is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Asked and answered.
There we go.
No more needs to be said on that.
We all know who Jessica Rabbit is.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Yep. Okay, so Michael asks, given the day one Ryzen benchmarks, would you upgrade or build A as a gamer, B as a content producer, or C as a first-time rig? So
Look, I think I could probably answer this question pretty.
Look, it's a tough one because it does fit a lot of those actually fits all of those categories. So you'd have an argument to say, as a gamer, it's going to work for you. As a streamer, it's going to work for you. And as a first rig, it's a good, cheap way to get into a very top-end sort of market, which is great. But for me, if I was to pick one, I'd probably say as a streamer because it's really going to take advantage of your 8 cores, your 16 threads very well for a very cheap price compared to Intel. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, I think it's probably got quite a bit of an advantage. I mean, not huge amounts. There's definitely stuff from Intel that's going to do the job as well. But for me, I think it's just at a price point where it's very difficult for someone that's going to utilize those cores a lot more than just a gamer. So for me, it's probably content producer.
There we go.
Yeah. What about? Did you have a?
No.
Yeah.
What
cool.
he said.
Indeed.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Very good. What he said.
So this one's from Nat. What's your favorite movie that started life as a game?
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Before we wrap up, we do need to give away a copy of the astoundingly good Hollow Knight, made in Adelaide by Adelaide developers, Team Cherry. I've been playing it for around a week now. There is a review coming of it. I'll give you the spoilers. It's magnificent. You should buy it. It's $15 on Steam. But we did say we were going to give dogs. We did say we were going to give away a copy to the best question, which we need to do. Which was the best question? Jake, go.
Lauren from OK Games.
You don't have a review copy of that, Lauren? What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, that's give away copies. Everyone's got one already.
That's the other thing that I did want to mention. Just for Lauren, who's watching, you better be watching and paying attention now that I'm doing this. This is a little thing that we got. Winston from the OK Games guys. We got this at PAX. We love it. It's their second birthday today, OK Games. So go and give them some love.
Happy
go and like and
birthday,
follow.
guys.
They're a pretty
Well
good bunch.
done.
They're Victorians. That's not their fault. So, but yeah, go give them some love. They're a good bunch. Good bunch. Josh has a great beard.
Yep.
I think that's a wrap.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're all done.
So I guess the real takeaways is play Hollow Knight, go and see Logan, get a 4K TV
Yes.
for your loving boyfriend.
Beck. Yes.
Anything else?
That's it.
That's it.
All right, awesome. Please leave us questions for next time. Watch it on YouTube. Leave us questions there. We will be back in a fortnight. We've had a blast. Thanks very much. Like
Thank
and
you.
subscribe.
Ciao, ciao.
See ya.